Eat my ass.
Down by the damn barn down. $1 million, bitch.
Think of the fucking comedy.
Well, we just made up that sounder. You know what you have to do from now on? Every time we do the Grifter Grab Bag, you have to pull that off.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yes, you
No,
do.
I'm not.
Yep.
All right. So, Tyler, why don't you come on down?
Hey, it's time to play Grifter Grab Bag. Spin the wheel.
Tyler, I've got 3 clips.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, Bob.
I'm not going to tell you what the clips are.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you who the clips are until you make your decision.
Okay.
You got to pick a number between 1 and 3. Tyler, what is your number?
Let me talk to my family.
I don't know. Go with that one. I don't know.
We're going to go with 2. You better be right.
Well, this one better be the shit.
Or we're going to get divorced. I don't know how I'm married.
All right, number 2.
And then I don't care about my
Number
marriage
2
okay.
is RK Outpost. RK Outpost. Ryan Kinel.
Irish bastards.
does some serious dick riding for Ron DeSantis.
No.
So he says that woke because Disney's
It's DeSantis.
DeSanctimonious. Fuck that guy.
Fuck Florida. Pretty much in general.
Yeah, Trump, Florida, DeSantis. Fuck it all. Fuck it all.
You know the
Mar-a-Lago.
whole Bugs Bunny song.
So anyway,
off.
Ryan is saying that woke Disney is desperate because they're suing Ron DeSantis, and I just want you to tell. And again, I want this to be important because this is not like he has like Patriot Outpost that is like his more political thing, whatever. These guys are like, we don't want politics. You know, the anti-politics and entertainment crowd really seem to be pushing for these politicians lately. But anyway, here's what Ryan was saying, and this clip, this just perfectly encapsulates the brain rot of these people.
The past few years have been an absolute nightmare for Disney. From dwindling box office numbers to
still made
failures on
ass
streaming
ton of
with
money at
Disney
the box
Plus.
office.
It's been bad all around, and it's been of their own doing. So many people have caught on to Disney. They've realized that it's not about entertaining people. It's not about respecting their fans and the families that were part of their audience. It's about pushing an agenda. And one thing that maybe exposed them more than anything else was when they decided to go to war with the state of Florida.
No, they didn't.
And as much as the mainstream media...
Nobody went to war with the state of Florida.
What is wrong with these people?
First of all,
war on Christmas, war with Florida.
Everything's a war.
You've never been
It's
in a
the culture
fucking war, you pussy.
He served.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say shit then.
I don't know.
I honestly can't.
I don't know
if he
how
actually
much-
served in
he-
the military,
he did actually
well,
serve.
then he's over on me.
He's excluded. But as far as I know, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers.
But that makes it even more damning that he's using this war bullshit. If he's
Anyway,
been in...
My favorite thing about...
Fuck him twice now. No, fuck him twice.
Take it out.
Because he was in the fucking war. So he...
Better yet, ass to mouth of this guy. Right
There
up
you
his
go.
butthole, right in his mouth.
Sure. But no, you were actually served and you still use this war
But
shit?
no,
You
the best part about...
ass.
You know what they forget about this
Okay,
is?
yeah.
The war, air quotes, that they're going between war and between Florida and Disney happened because Disney got exposed for still supporting the Don't Say Gay bill.
Yes.
And then they said, no, we don't support that.
Yeah.
Had this big thing about it. Then all of a sudden they hate Disney.
Yeah.
And then Disney's going to war at Florida because they... But keep in mind, Ryan is one of those people that believes the Don't Say Gay bill is actually meant to protect kids. And he continues to say that more in this clip.
Sure.
Media and politicians have been trying to spin things and saying, no, Disney's actually getting exactly what they want. That could not be further from the truth. And now finally we have that admission from Disney as they're turning around and pretending that they are the victims. The ones who started this fight. The ones who wanted to sexualize kids in kindergarten. Disney's now trying to claim that they're really the victim in all of this. And keep in mind how everything went down, right? Florida introduces a bill. Disney decides to come out. One of the most powerful companies in the world comes out and actively says, we are going to war. We are going to fight with the state of Florida over this bill that is designed to protect kindergartners through third grade.
No, it's not. It's designed to marginalize already marginalized people, you fucking bigot fuck. God, I'm fucking sick of you fucking people making your own fucking agenda, dude. Talk about an agenda, you fuck. God, you're the ones who are always talking about fucking kids' genitals, you fucking creeps.
Nobody talks
What
about
the
this
fuck?
shit more than they do.
Nobody wants to sexualize kids. You guys do, but I mean, well, no, I don't think they do. But why do you? because that's the fight they play. But
from
seriously,
being
what?
sexualized in elementary school. That's what Disney decided to fight for.
No, it isn't. No, Disney was
God,
just
it's
trying
like
to.
banging your head against a fucking really hard wall.
Disney is simply just going where the money is.
Yes.
And the people.
And the money is in representation
It's just-
right now.
Guys, it's just like when Bud Light put the rainbow on the fucking can. You know what? Yeah, it pissed off a lot of you idiots, but you idiots bought those beer cans to run them over or shoot them. You still fucking bought the cans, dummy.
And the fact that you were mad about it shot the sales of those
Did you-
cans right
Yeah.
through the fucking roof.
They knew what
Thanks,
they
assholes.
were doing. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
And guess who brews the anti-woke beer, by the way? Budweiser.
No, yeah. Coors also had a gay pride thing too. Like, I'll drink Coors now. I'm like, well, when are you people gonna realize they market to them because that's where the money
You're
is?
gonna have to make
They-
your own beer, you bigot.
You're in the minority, dummy.
Yeah.
That's what they're telling you. Because the market is saying, you're this almighty capitalism market that you guys love so much is telling you in your face, it's more
Oh, you like capitalism until it
Homosexuality?
starts saying something you don't want.
homosexuality, trans people are becoming more and more accepted, and you're just mad about it.
Yeah.
All right. Now you pick number 2. So now we're down to
Okay.
number 1 and number 3. What do you want?
Well, let's go.
Can I
know
tell you
what?
who are involved? I can tell you there's the 2 clips. I'm not going to tell you numbers here now.
Okay, sure.
But it's between Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers and Melanie Mac.
Oh, my favorite. Let's go 3.
All right. Number 3 is Geeks and Gamers.
Well, we'll get to Melanie.
So I wanted to give you this clip because it's short and I think it's funny. So they were Ryan and Jeremy were on a live stream together, and they were talking about season 3 of The Mandalorian. They're talking about how the audience score. They refer to the Rotten Tomatoes score as if it's the actual Rotten Tomatoes score versus what they were saying about was the audience score.
Right.
Also, I've said this before. I think Rotten Tomatoes can be a good resource for if you think you're going to enjoy a movie or not. But at the same time, it's just a fucking website, and Rotten Tomatoes is not the end all be all. Go see a movie.
Please
watch a movie if you want to watch a movie.
acting like Rotten Tomatoes is the fucking Bible of whether to go see a movie or not. And then
Hey,
Ezekiel
hey,
said his
hey,
Rotten Tomatoes
and-
score was
and-
gone, so we went to another movie
Tyler, I
instead.
understand movie tickets are expensive, so I understand wanting to be informed on your decision. But at the end of the day, just go watch the movie if you want to watch the movie. Okay.
Right?
But anyway.
We're lucky because all the movies we like are out all the time.
They're referring to how this has been another disaster. Season 3 of The Mandalorian has been terrible. Jeremy gives some expert analysis because they're like, well,
What makes him an expert?
So what's been so funny about this too is
I've seen Star Wars a lot too, dickhead.
The people that say that season 3 dwindled in quality are attacking Kathleen Kennedy again because that's their boogeyman because it's a woman in power, so they don't like her. They call her a girl. Oh, girl boss, yeah, it's Queen Slay. They do that shit all the time. So they hate her and they use her as a scapegoat. So they use her, and then Jeremy says, "No, we're not even going to give them benefit of the doubt. Fuck all of them."
Didn't she hire Jon Favreau? Yeah,
Everybody
matter.
involved is responsible for this, whether that's Favreau, whether that's Filoni, or whatever. But we have heard the reports that Kathleen Kennedy got more involved in season 3
she did, Jeremy.
and derailed a lot of things. This is Star Wars. This is Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars. This is Jon Favreau Star Wars. This is Dave Filoni Star Wars. This is them. They want to work for the Queen. They know who she is. They know what she's about, and they have decided we're going to continue to keep our names attached to this fucking horrible person who does nothing but ruin Star Wars. You are responsible just as much as she is at this point in time. No one gets a pass anymore. You don't get a pass.
Okay, so Favreau and
anymore.
Filoni
It's
are on the
over,
shit list now.
and we
Fuck
have to hold
off.
every single person accountable, and nobody gets a pass. Nobody. Fuck them all. Fuck Disney Star Wars. Every single person involved in the company. Fuck them.
So
Well,
then
I mean,
they're gonna.
it's essentially The Last Jedi now.
That was at the end of the conversation, and I wanted to tag that in there. And he's just like, "Well, it's essentially the Last Jedi."
So
now.
that means they're gonna stop making videos about
So-
Star Wars.
so remember-
because they don't like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right?
So remember,
No, they're gonna keep making movies.
when they don't like Star Wars, it's always Kathleen Kennedy's fault, and it's always The Last Jedi. Somehow, some way, in 2023, we're talking about The Last Jedi.
Do they not understand how big of a footprint Kathleen Kennedy has on popular culture over the last 50 years?
She's one of the biggest producers ever.
She's one of the producers of all of the Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah.
All of them.
She has a huge
Almost
reputation.
every Spielberg movie that he's ever done. Kathleen Kennedy.
They're just losers. They're just fucking losers.
And here's the worst part. If you sat Kathleen Kennedy down and tried to narrow her down to one political view, you'd never be able to do it. Why?
Because she's an
got
executive.
to where she is by not being political, you fucking idiots.
But here's my favorite thing.
That's why you're not an executive at Disney, fuckfaces.
Here's my favorite thing. Again, it's because they didn't like it. So then they're like, well, it has to be Kathleen Kennedy being involved.
It can't be
has
John. She clearly poisoned Favreau and
It's
Filoni.
just like those those air quotes rumors that were coming out that Brie Larson was causing the delay in the Marvels because of production, because she's hard to work with, even though there's been no evidence of that. And it's to just be like, and then again to have the attitude that if you work for Disney Marvel or Disney Star Wars, fuck you. For what, Jeremy? And listen to how he talks about this horrible woman. Why are you what did she do to you, dude?
Right.
She didn't do
and
a
what
thing.
evidence do you have that she's a horrible human being? Like, give me some evidence other than she
ruined
made
Star
something
Wars.
you didn't like.
She ruined Star Wars.
She didn't like.
That's what the evil thing she did. She disrespected the legacy of George Lucas's Star Wars. That's the bad thing that she did.
Now, can we say...
Can I tell you this right now?
Right.
And I don't care what flack I get. Star Wars fans are fucking babies, dude.
Yeah, they are.
I'm so sick of them.
As
I'm
somebody who's been
sick of
around
them.
since the beginning, honestly,
And
you're a bunch of
obviously,
fucking babies.
I'm not saying all Star Wars fans, but
No,
I'm saying a
but
majority.
a lot of you are fucking vocal fucking babies, and you can't accept the fact that there's been some really pretty good content other than the sequel trilogy. Like, Obi-Wan was great, I thought. Andor was great.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck you.
Andor's great. Obi-Wan's fine.
We got a problem with Kathleen Kennedy, huh?
I liked this last season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It's just like this is how pathetic these guys are.
Sorry,
and
the pick is in. I keep
And
looking.
look, that's fine to be passionate and be a fan of something, but to act like someone personally like attacked you or insulted you because they made a couple movies or things that you didn't like. You know what else? I'm probably not gonna, like you said you watched it. I'm probably not gonna watch Star Wars Vision. I don't watch.
I watched the first couple of them. I'm not going to watch anymore.
I'm not gonna
'cause
watch Tales.
I'm not a big manga.
I'm not gonna watch Tales of the Jedi. I'm not gonna watch The Bad Batch. I'm not gonna watch Clone Wars. And you know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
That's okay that exists in the fandom. I don't feel personally fucking attacked.
Right?
That those exist.
Right?
It's the same thing as
Why do
yeah. But no, they act like they're never going to talk about Star Wars, but then they've openly admitted before that they grift off Star Wars. That's their bread and butter.
You fucking dicks.
How dare she? She might as well just taking my pants off and fuck me right there.
Wow. Before we move on to number one, also they are mad that she won't,
You know,
Before we move on to one.
If this were not a woman, I think this would still be different. I think this would be different if this wasn't Kathleen Kennedy. If this were some dude, I don't think they would have as much vitriol as they do for this woman. I really think so. Well, that's not true. They hate Feige now.
Yeah, they'd find somebody. But so based on how they feel about Kathleen Kennedy and how I feel about J.K. Rowling, who's in the wrong? Like, here's the thing, though. I don't like J.K. Rowling because she has come out and said something very political.
Kathleen Kennedy
and
hasn't said anything.
No, she never does it. She never will. Because she doesn't need to.
Yeah.
You know how much money she has, you fucking idiots?
All right, back to reality. Whoop, there was gravity. We're gonna get to number one.
You gotta be kidding me.
What? Who'd they draft?
A fucking wide receiver.
Cool. Ooh.
No. Jordan Addison. From
Jordan
USC.
Addison, more
Apparently
like-
he's pretty good, I guess.
George.
Joey Porter's available, you fuckers.
Hey.
Sorry. Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up with
Let's
the best one in my opinion, because this shows you how little of actual work and prep she puts into a video. So Melanie Mac did a video on this new gay cowboy movie called A Strange Life. A Strange Life? Yeah, I think it's A Strange Life. A Strange Way of Life. So
why
it's,
is she watching a gay cowboy movie?
so it's starring Pedro Pascal
Okay.
and Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
And great. Why is she covering it?
Yeah.
Because she's got a bitch about gay people.
Wow.
And this one's a little long. I chopped it up a
Did
little
she
bit.
never read the part in the Bible about turn the other cheek?
Oh, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, Tyler. And,
Well, as a Christian,
if I
I
have
know
to-
she's lying about most of her fucking Christianism. I know she is because she's a fucking piece of
Christianity,
shit.
Christianism.
Honestly,
word?
who gives a shit? Fuck them. Fuck religion, dude.
Fuck 'em.
No, fuck
Yeah,
religion.
get ready.
So yeah, Christianism.
Get ready. And I hope she sees
You're
this.
another.
And I hope
yeah.
she sees this because she's commented on the last video we made about her.
Yeah.
Melanie, this one's for you. All right. Don't listen to what we said before. I want you to hear this.
No. Yeah.
So anyway, she covers the trailer, and
I can't fucking wait.
she has some thoughts.
No.
And of course,
She does.
guess what? It always leads back to the same thing. I feel like every time we cover her, it goes back to the same thing of her bitching about gay people and trans people.
It's overrepresented, okay? When you actually look
Okay,
at
yeah, but after sorry.
Little context.
This is almost 2 minutes. So this is a 21-minute video, and I watched about. Full disclosure, I didn't watch the whole video because I already got the
Well,
context.
we appreciate all of your help.
I got plenty of context from it because I watched a good amount of it.
Okay.
And so she shows the trailer, and then she goes on to say that
She shows the trailer. She shows this blasphemous shit on her own channel.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
kind of Christian does that?
By the way,
what kind of Christian
does make us
exposes her followers to sin willingly?
oh, I forgot to tell you. In this video, she says that Pedro Pascal is in it. He seems like he's in everything. He's also like the forefront of this woke agenda, is what she says. Which makes me
Because
laugh.
his sister's transgender, you fucking piece of shit.
And he was mad about Gina Carano being transphobic, and she wouldn't stop. And then she shared a thing comparing the fucking quarantine to Nazi shit, and then she lost her job. But anyway, back to Melanie Mac.
statistics and demographics, it's overrepresented.
Gay people
Not
are
only that, which I
overrepresented.
wish I pulled this up, but I don't even remember where I saw it yesterday. But if you actually look at the data and you look at the amount of people who identify as queer, LGBT, whatever, and you see now, and especially within the younger generation, and you compare it to before, it's a monumentally crazy leap. It's not
Because people are more open about who they are now.
Oh,
versus
trust me,
I'm
I
just
got,
I'm just
I got
I'm just
this.
saying,
I got
Tyler,
this
if we
one.
don't stop
Let her
it,
talk.
Tyler,
I got this.
if we don't stop it now, the gays will run the world.
Yeah, I know.
We'll never be able to reproduce.
I got this.
It's not organic. It's just there's no
I know exactly
organic,
what I'm gonna
nothing
say.
organic about that. Despite the fact that it does go against nature, because I mean, you can't reproduce in a natural sense. So
What are you talking about?
that's a whole other topic. But I'm just saying things like this,
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
things like drag queens reading to children
How?
in schools, things like parades. It's making things like getting attention for who people are intimate with. All this stuff is it's a contagion. It is spreading, and it's
a contagion.
It's indoctrinating children, and it's also obviously this movie isn't meant for children. But just
Boom, you idiot! You caught yourself in your own fucking grift. It's exposing it to children. Wait a minute, that's not what I'm talking about in this particular video.
It's not made for children. But anyway,
No, this is. By the way, that's not a mic drop gotcha. That's just me pointing out that she doesn't even have the fucking wherewithal to think about that she's talking.
she just exposed herself, and she doesn't even know. She keeps going.
Yeah, she's complaining about a gay movie that's written for adults and made for adults, and then says this stuff is being put to children. Well, this particular thing isn't. Then what the fuck are you making this video for?
Oh, finish this shit so I can fucking blow her
But this
away.
is what I mean. This is an obvious example of her grifting because she has nothing to add to this conversation.
Well, she wasn't alive in the.
She's
yeah.
got nothing to add to this movie
No.
other than, oh, gay cowboys, that sucks.
saying the overall general message and
Good
all
one.
of this stuff that we keep seeing shoved in everything. Okay?
Did she just
A
say shoved
lot
into
of
everything?
people are mad at me because of my
No.
Christian beliefs and my Christian values, and because
Christianity has nothing to do with it. You're just a
You're just a
horrible,
piece of
horrible,
shit.
Yeah, you're just a
you're a
person.
shitty
I
person.
don't support the LGBTQ and anything else after that. They want to act like I'm so hateful and this and
You
that.
are.
I would not.
What you're saying
If
right
I
now
truly
is hateful.
care about people, I am not
don't.
going to encourage them to do things that will harm them.
It's not gonna harm anybody.
Especially spiritually. And I'm
Oh,
a Christian,
fucking-
so it's
Who
just
the
like,
fuck made you goddamn
I
soul
don't
police? Who made you the fucking soul cop, you fucking piece of shit? Nobody fucking made you the soul cop.
Soul cop.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm the soul lawyer. I'm here to make sure you get into heaven. Nobody fucking asked you. Fuck you.
Hey, Tyler.
Can we just stop with her and
yeah.
I can just say my thing?
Tyler, look, we really wanted you to come into heaven, but you fucked that dude in the butt, so we can't do it. Like, what are you
The
doing?
reason why she's having
Save you spiritually.
the reason why she's having a problem with this shit, I don't need to hear
Jesus.
anymore, do you?
No, we're good.
Good.
We got to wrap it up.
Totally, but just real quick, I grew up in the 80s, and there's this kid named Ryan White, and AIDS was a thing, and people were freaking the fuck out about, oh my God, you can get it from a toilet seat. No, you fucking can't, but people were freaking out. My uncle was gay and had AIDS. He moved to San Francisco because his father threw him out of the fucking house because he wouldn't accept that his son was gay. Then my fucking, that side of the family always maintains that my grandfather died because of a broken heart because because his son was gay, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. We find out that he has AIDS. And I'm told by my parents not to tell anybody I go to school with that my uncle has AIDS, my dad's brother. Because my dad works with a bunch of dads of kids that I go to school with. And if I say something to a kid that works with my dad, whose dad works with my dad, and it gets back to them, then he's going to have trouble in the fucking office because his kid told him that another kid told him, his kid told him that his brother Do you understand the ridiculousness of that?
Yeah.
That is why it's a bigger number, you fucking idiot, because it was scary to be who you were.
To me, the funny.
Ryan White had to move out of town. He wasn't even gay. He was an 11-year-old kid who got a blood transfusion, and it was not. It was tainted with AIDS. So he had AIDS. They kicked him. They fucking ran him out of the Indiana town that he lived in, him and his family, because they could not accept. Read about Ryan White. It is fucking horrible. And you got to ask, you have a problem with why the numbers have jumped? It's because people are more able. They're not as afraid to
There's
be
a
who
lot
they
more open-minded
who
parents.
they always have been. And again, nobody fucking made you soul cop.
Soul cop.
So fuck off.
The soul police, they're bigots.
The soul police are a bunch of fucking dicks.
Soul police are good inside of your head.
Soul police are trying to fuck you in the butt. What?
What? No, they're trying to stop you from
That's
that
weird.
because they're bigots.
It's weird that they ultimately want to.
She just
sucks.
She just
fuck you, Melanie.
I'm so
You fucking horrible Christian. And yeah, I know I'm being judgy, but fuck you.
No, she's not a Christian. She's
no,
not.
she's not.
She's not. If
She's
she
a
were,
fucking bigot and
yeah.
Yeah.
Because a real Christian and a real person that would follow Christ's beliefs
Yes.
would accept gay people for who they are,
Hey,
would
you know-
accept trans people for who
Yeah,
they
you
are.
know who one of Christ's best friends was? I know
A prostitute?
Yeah.
That slut?
Fucking hoe. You fucking hoe, Magdalene.
She ain't giving it away for free.
She gotta make a living in the previous times. BC. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.